Entertainment. Welcome back to Eden Zero, Anime Review, episode number 23. Yes, in case you're curious though, there are exactly 2 more episodes after this and season 1's done. I have not heard anything if we're going to get season 2, and if you might ask, there is a good amount of source material. Yes, I think it's like at the franchise arc here, you have roughly like about 100 chapters. Though I think they might wait until some point next year to might announce season 2. Now, we're still doing the Sun Jewel arc, and this episode is called Until the Day Turns to Strength. This is chapters 60 to 62. We actually do see a debut in this one. Yes. It happens like very late in the episode. The episode itself is set in 2 settings, though there's also a 3rd setting that's actually loosely tied into the 1st setting. The episode starts off with, after the recap, Shiki breaking in. This is just after Shiki broke into Madame Coronai's office, where he wants to fight her. Well, he wants to bring her to Homura. So she's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So she just unleashes her Punishers. Yes, her Punishers. And Shiki beats them in less than a minute. Yeah, he basically just one-shot all of them thanks to his powerful ability. And then he has like a Beastman trying to fight him, who is one of Madame Kunai's like big 3. And then because of the uprising in the district, they were going to like destroy the labor district. But then, of course, they find out that the thing is about ready to fire, but the thing has been hacked by Draken Joe. He says the reason why he did this so he can pay back so she can get back a loan he took from her. That was simple reason for it. And he was looking for Eden Zero. He finds it, and he says, "Oh yeah, I want to is he going to destroy the ship? No, he wants to steal it. How? Hand-to-hand combat," and that's the last you see of it. Basically, teasing something might happen later on. And of course, in the actual room, then Shiki starts fighting, Madame Coronai, and this lasts for pretty much the rest of the episode where he fights her, and then she brings in a giant robot. Basically one of these, they call it like a night robot. I think it's called a night girl, I think it is. Because Shiki actually fought one of these things in a normal arc, except this one is red, and this is the Crimson Knight, is what she calls it. Well, actually, it's the Okanai Kunai. That's what she calls this thing. No, it's Dragon Kunai. I think it is. Yes, Dragon Kunai. And they brawl, and of course, Shiki tries to use his fist and the damn thing. It does do a tiny bit of damage from the way the animation looks. But nope, then of course she pretty much battles him, doing a lot of damage to a city that she runs, and she doesn't give a damn. Nope, does not care. Heck, you have Shiki basically doing a Spider-Man moment, where he actually is more like a Superman moment, where he basically saves a crowd of people from being crushed by a billboard, where he is using his ether gear to fly, and he's holding it up like this, where he's acting like freaking Superman, and then tosses the billboard at Madame Kunai, and she breaks the damn thing. I'm surprised, basically, that some of the pieces thing land on the ground. I'm sure people probably evacuated that area. And of course, that's pretty much it for that. And of course, meanwhile, though, in the labor district, Homura is still mourning the death of her master. Rebecca and the Valkyrie rebels decide to launch a counterattack against the invading Punishers and, of course, the Big 3. One of them has seen this episode. The other 2 are not seen at this point because the other 2, they said they were told to go here, but they're not seen. You see the Beastman. Of course, see Rebecca pretty much take all the Punishers really easily. So just like with the case of Shiki taking out the Punishers, Rebecca takes them out one shot, kill these things. And then the Beastman shows up, but then he's about to hit Rebecca. And then Whis shows up in his arsenal armor. Yes. That looks like appearance-wise, it looks like one of the Kamen Rider suits. I'm not kidding about that. That's seriously what the damn thing looks like. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of one of the later Kamen Rider suits. Trying to find it right now, but that's the best way to describe the suit. Is that it looks like one of the Kamen Rider suits. Heck, even suits up the same with like a wristwatch type of thing. That kind of reminds me of Kamen Rider 4Z. How would I know that? Because I watched the footage of it. Ah, that's better. Now, looking at this suit, that's not what I'm looking for here. Here we go. I mean, look at this suit. Doesn't that kind of remind you of one of the Kamen Rider suits? Your enemies watch Kamen Rider will definitely confirm that, yeah, that kind of looks like one of the Kamen Rider suits. Yes, and he uses this thing, and he calls, I think his name is Baku, I think his name is. He calls him Beast King. Which, okay, that kind of... He's like, don't give me a random name. It actually has like a pretty good name, Beast King. And he stops with his hands, and he fires like... He transforms uses ether to basically from a gun, a blaster, and a big giant punch. Lasts a pretty period of time, and of course half of the fight starts slowing down because he had been using ether in the suit too quickly. And then he ends up beating the thing pretty easily after a pretty lengthy battle. Unlike in the case of Shiki taking on the Punishers. At least this one lasts more than a minute. This has lasted for a good 5 minutes. Now, the reason why Whis is here is explained in a flashback. And no, this actually is not a change from the manga. It's actually a flashback too. Where you have Sister Ivory telling Whis that he has to protect Rebecca because he finds her cute. She finds her cute, and she also has her as her lock screen on her phone. Yes, seriously. People in space apparently have got frickin' cell phones. Okay? And of course, like, Hermit basically gives him his device to transform into Arsenal, which, appearances-wise, it looks almost exactly like the 4Z Morpher. That's just my opinion. That looks like, to me, heck, it's the same shape. I'm sure Hiro Mashima must take inspiration from that particular design. The suit itself, I don't think it's based upon... I would say the head is based upon the 4Z suit. But in the case of the body, I'd say it's probably a combination of various different Kamen Rider suits. That's just my theory on the matter. By the way, in the anime, the thing is coated silver with a little bit of black. That's simply what the thing is colored as. Oh yeah, it does remind me of something. One suit does remind me of the way the face looks. Not only reminds me of like 4Z, but it also reminds me of the suit they used for Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Yes, the same exact suit, except with different color for that one. I believe that one was like red, yellow, and black in the picture I've seen of it. I've never watched the show, but I know what the thing looks like. But this one is simply silver and black. That's simply the way it looks. And, well, it's absolute... And aside from that, that's simply it. That's where the episode ends, just right there. It's kind of odd they end right there, but we're getting really good with this arc, especially as this arc is almost done. There is roughly 6 chapters left to go, and it's probably going to be adapted for the last 2 episodes of the season, and then they're going to take a break probably for a while until whenever they decide to get more chapters for the manga, for the anime. But at least, unlike in the case of Fairy Tail, where if they cut off the manga too quickly, they actually had to put the show on hiatus. Of course, that was when the show was produced weekly, and they had to put some filler stuff, put some original content out, just to keep the show going. I would say in the last, several years, they've kind of stopped that. Mainly because that it's not very necessary. I'd say probably the only shows that still do this, like long-running shows that still have original content mixed in with canon content, is One Piece and Case Closed. There's only 2 I can think of that I currently watch that are like that, where they actually, on the case of Case Closed, I would say they've done more original content in the last several years for that show than they did when the show first started. Eden Zero, the reason why I think they're going to stop at 25, because I don't think they're going to go to original content, because it would kind of confuse basically the placement of the actual like arc itself. That's just my personal thing of the matter. I mean, is there anything like, but in the case of anything I like or dislike about the episode's great. I love it. It's really good. Any dislikes? Let me think here about that. No, I can't think of anything. It's just that really good. It's just a really good episode. Yep. So yeah, that's episode review. Next review is going to be How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. That one's going to be next. And I probably have time to do at least one, maybe two more after, and I probably have to call it a night because it's right now it's almost 9:30. So I'll probably save the rest of the anime for tomorrow. Yep. So yeah, that's it. So next one, How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. Okay, next video. Bye.